Life is spiritual, and occurrences of life are not from the outside to the inside, but rather they are from the inside to the outside. That's why this video is a very, very important video, because this video covers some prophecies that were said about the country of Kenya, what was to happen and what is actually expected to happen. So some of this is very shocking, very, very shocking. So the way I've prepared this video is that I've actually covered prophecies of three men of God. Starting up is going to be celestial prophetess. So I'll urge you that you watch every part of this video, because every part of the video is actually connected to the other. So the way I've done it, I've shown out the prophecy, and I've also brought out the current occurrences, what is actually happening on the ground. On some part, I've actually just brought out some background just for you to understand in context of the prophecy and to understand in context of everything that is actually going on. So I'll urge and insist that you watch every part of this video. So if you have not yet subscribed, I will ask that before I get to play the video, please hit on that subscribe button. It is free of charge. Just click on that subscribe button, give the video a like, so that YouTube can be able to recommend this video for many more, because this video is a very surprising video, but then again, it's quite transformational. So you'll also be a blessing for someone out there. So in between the video, you will always allow me just to make some interruptions here and there, just for me just to bring out the story more clearly, just for all of us to sail on the same boat. Probably some people might not really understand in context, so that's why some of the times I pause here and there. I'm not really trying to interject or spoil the flow for you. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to make it more understandable for everyone. So you'll just kindly allow me at some point to make such kind of stops. But let's get into this beautiful video.
Now God is bringing Kenya an update to their prophecy, and this is what he is saying. Kenya, you will never be allowed to defeat the beast system. You're in the streets right now and you're upset, and you may have a right to be upset if people are trying to hike taxes on you when you're already not being paid fair market value for your labor. Maybe the economy is contracting. I don't know what the social or the economic situation is over there, because that is not my portion. My portion is to read out what God is telling you and to interpret it for you so that you will not be confused. And what God is saying is that Kenya, which is right now a typology of a fiery revolution. The title of this prophecy is The Fires of Revolution, the Rise of the Beast System. So Kenya is a typology of a fiery revolution that has risen up because all the Trumans in the nation of Kenya have started to realize that there's some very rotting fish in the country. The country is not smelling so fragrant as it was when Kenyans were dancing a year ago to welcome their new president, to have him come in. They were happy. They were excited. They chose him. You chose him. But now he is in, and he seems to be wearing another skin.
Immediately after the election.
So
that is
this video here I did, probably it was one of the prophecies I covered. I did this in the year 2022, the video that I'm just playing for you. So just have a look at this. So you've heard Celestial right there. She's speaking about that the problems will actually come in after, you know, people are so excited about picking President Ruto, but now later on is where now problems actually started. So I began this journey quite a long time ago. So just have a look at this.
Now the problem will arise.
After voting, and you don't know what they want, they will come for you, the leader.
We will begin.
So you've heard that that is Pastor Ezekiel. He's saying that after people voted, now is when the problems will now take place. So here is a video I was just playing for you, just to show you the excitement that Kenyans had when President Ruto was actually being sworn in. I'm telling you, it was quite a day. People are very excited about this.
With the first oath, which is the oath of allegiance of the President. Mr. President, please repeat after me. I, William Samoei Ruto.
And here the screams, the cheering. Wow.
In full realization of the high calling I assume as President
of Kenya
of the Republic of Kenya.
Just listen to the excitement of Kenyans.
That I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Kenya. That I will obey, preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution of Kenya, as by law established, and all other laws of the Republic, and that I will protect and uphold the sovereignty, integrity, and dignity of the people of Kenya. So help me God.
Tumpongeze kwa makofi anapoendelea kuchukua kiapo. And up in the stadium just to celebrate his inauguration. So the love was very genuine, I'm telling you.
Asante.
But what happened, yo? What happened?
That when good men come into positions of power, they deal with pressures that you at the lower level, that we at the lower level know very little about. And so, Kenya, if you don't understand why your president has suddenly gone from light to dark, it's because the magnetic core of power that is centered here in the United States, which is the seat of the beast, has got that man. And so, Kenya, if you don't understand why your president has suddenly gone from light to dark, it's because the magnetic core of power that is centered here in the United States, which is the seat of the beast, has got that man.
Well, for the first time.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? That's shocking right there, where she's saying that they have caught the president. She's talking about the mark of the beast and everything. I know there's a recent video I did where I tied all these to the end times, and just to show you that this is not a shock that's really happening, that it's tied to the end times. These were things that are already prophesied. If you've not watched that video, make sure you just check out the past videos. You'll be able to see it. But you've heard right there, she said, let me just take that back. Let me just take that back.
That's core of power that is centered here in the United States, which is the seat of the beast, has got that man. And so, Kenya, if you don't understand why your president has suddenly gone from light to dark, it's because the magnetic core of power that is centered here in the United States, which is the seat of the beast, has got that man.
Wow.
Well, for the first time in more than 16 years, an African leader is attending the White House for a state visit. Kenyan President William Ruto is visiting the U.S. as African countries forge closer ties with UAE, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and India. And what about the geopolitical angle here? Andrea, I'm really curious to see how a visit like this plays into this idea that the U.S. are trying to rebuild influence in Africa.
We have to consider certain factors to be able to know for sure that the U.S. is trying to rebuild its influence. One of them being that there are new players on the African continent. For example, different countries from the Middle East. You look at countries like Turkey, you look at countries like the UAE, but not forgetting China and Russia that are...
I said a nation that is birth.
You just heard that. How now so many of these countries are very much interested in Africa. And one of the things why I also played that video is just to show you just the other day, that's a recent clip. Actually, it's less than a month old, if I'm not wrong, approximately a month right there, is where now President Ruto went to the US. He got a state visit when he met up with President Biden. So just right there, you've heard what Celestial said about that. I won't get in detail. But the next video that I'm about to play for you here is a prophecy. This is a prophecy from Reverend Teresia Wairimu. She's a Kenyan. So listen to what she's speaking about this current time here.
Look at countries like the UAE, but not forgetting China and Russia that are...
I said a nation that is birthed through prayer will only be sustained through prayer. I repeat that because of the challenging days that are ahead of our government. There are challenging days that are coming.
Kuna siku ambazo zitakuwa za changamoto sana.
And in the challenging days
katika zile siku za changamoto
that are ahead of us,
ambazo ziko mbele yetu,
I heard God say,
kasikia Mungu akisema,
there will be measures and decisions that must be made.
Kutakuwa na mipangilio na maamuzi ambayo lazima yafanywe.
So note that one down about decisions.
Ukapata kuiandika ile kuhusu maamuzi.
And at the same hand,
na katika hali,
as I was waiting on the Lord,
nilipokuwa nikimsubiri Bwana,
as I saw a wave of evil crisscrossing through the nation of Kenya, and I call you this for prayer.
Nikaona wimbi la uovu ambalo lilikuwa linapita katika taifa la Kenya, na nawaitieni katika maombi katika jambo hili.
It was not nice. It didn't look good.
Haikuwa nzuri, haikuwa inapendeza.
So 2024.
Kwa hivyo mwaka 2020.
Let the people of God be vigilant.
Wacha watu wa Mungu wawe waangalifu.
And keep their eyes on God.
Na wakaweka macho yao kwake Bwana.
And let us guard our hearts from being defiled.
Na wacha tulinde mioyo yetu isitiwe unajisi.
As we arm ourselves with strength from above.
Tia nguvu na upendo.
Zechariah 4, it's not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord.
Zakaria 4, sio kwa nguvu wala uwezo, lakini kwa roho wake Bwana.
2024 there will be struggles and uncertainty.
Mwaka 2024 kutakuwa na kungangana na hali ya kutoeleweka,
which might cause panic and fear,
ambao inaweza leta hali ya kuchanganyikiwa na hofu
amongst the people,
kati ya watu.
The spirit of sabotage will be the order of the day.
Roho ya kudunisha itakuwa jambo la kila siku.
Unnecessary conflicts.
Na kwamba hali ya fujo ambao sio nzuri.
After election, that is when problems will begin. Now they are looking for the solution. Who? The people. They are telling you something and you don't understand it. So you are selling to them your policies. They are not for your policies. They have a policy. They have what they want. They know. You better go and listen to them.
Kenya youth. Kenyan.
So you heard that. You heard also Reverend speaking about a nation that was birthed through prayer. And that is what happened. If you remember, even in the election period time where President Ruto used to attend to churches, and he actually got that favor. He got that favor from a lot of different men of God. He got that favor from Christians. He got that favor from different people. He actually, just the way he packaged himself and everything, but everything just shifted. So you've heard what Celestial said right there about that shift, what happened to cause that shift. So listen to this.
Know. You better go and listen to them.
Kenyan youth made the cover of the New York Times. Kenyan youth, this uprising that is happening, made the covers of one of America's most major publications. Because I don't think it was the Post. It was the Times. You're on the front cover. So this is, to the Klaus Schwabs of the world, this is the kind of embarrassment that they can do without. When they do their evil, they want to do their evil in a way whereby it's contained. So ideally, they wanted President Ruto to introduce whatever he's introducing and to tell you he's doing it because he's the president and he's mandated to do it. There are legal provisions allowing him to do it. The parliament that he was yelling at are his supporters. This is what he would want to do. And then the way they do it is they just change the times and laws and just slide it right on in there. 1 minute Americans were free and the next minute we're living under mandates. 1 minute we were free, the next minute they just locked people up and told them, get it or you lose your job. Your arm or your job. It was suddenly the new rule. Suddenly you had to choose. Do you want to still get a salary? Do you want to still eat? Do you want to still look after your family? Or do you want to keep your arm and then lose everything? This was the choice we were faced in. That's their modus operandi. It's to slide it in and then just pass it and say, we're the government, we're doing it for your best interest. But because God had prophesied and said that there would be public backlash, the people did rise up to fight it. So now they're embarrassed. Now they're backpedaling. Now they're using what we call peace and safety, conciliatory language, like saying, consequently, listening to the dialogue. I was just listening and saying, God, what dialogue was there? What dialogue was there? These young people were burning chairs inside the parliament building. They were chasing the members of parliament out and burning the seat of government. There was no dialogue. There was backlash. But they will have to play it off for the sake of embarrassment, for the sake of the shame. But you must understand that who you shame in the public becomes your enemy. Who you shame in the public becomes your enemy. And God says that this government is going to form a fist and is going to strike you back. And because they are government, they have the prison system on their side. They have all the footage of the youth that they can go and look back at. If it was in this highly digitized nation, they would have the identities of everybody simply through facial scanning.
Ask me, Mr. President, why did you call in the army? I mean, what choice did I have?
Yeah, so on this clip here, we are having a look at President Ruto. He's actually just confirming to the words that Celestial has actually spoken about. So,
I mean, it would have been very reckless of me in the face of the kind of harm people had gone through, the 19 lives that were already lost, in the face of a burning Chief Justice Office, Parliament, and the rest of it. I mean, it would have been very reckless of me not to mobilize every arm of government and every arm of our security agencies to protect the country and to protect lives. They have actually, because in Kenya nowadays, you cannot commit crime and get away with it. Those who attacked Parliament are on CCTV. Those who attacked the judiciary are on CCTV. Those who attacked everywhere, those who destroyed people's shops are on CCTV. Many of them are on the run, but we will catch them.
Similarly, Your Excellency.
Are the
similarly, Your Excellency. Similarly.
So to your question, so the police are at it. Because if we don't deal with impunity, we will not have a country.
And today we're going to, as I finish, we're going to make a prayer for our young people.
Na leo napoenda kumalizia tuombea vijana.
The state of hopelessness.
Hali ya kukosa tumaini.
And idle minds.
Na mawazo ambao hayana jambo la kufanya.
Is exposing our young people.
Inawafunua vijana wetu.
To mental health issues.
Kwa ajili ya shida za kiakili.
Anxiety.
Hali ya
suicidal spirit.
Roho za kujiua.
Crimes and organized gangs.
Na hata vikundi za kujipanga za ugaidi.
Yeah, so that's the video right there. So you've seen everything that is actually happening currently in the country right there. So this is the mission right now. They're saying it's a 7-day journey to the new Sabasaba, total shutdown from Tuesday. So, and you've seen the hashtag right there, rejecting budget corruption, and also hashtag Ruto must go. You know, the president was asked about this, and he said that he has a job to do. You know, he was asked and he was told about this hashtag where they're saying that Ruto must go, but he said that he has a job to do. But this is what's happening. You've heard the prophecies from different men of God. So most definitely, I'd like to hear what you think about this right there in the comment section. What do you think about this? So I've just shown you some of the prophecies. Some have already come to pass. Some are about to come to pass. Some are already happening currently. So let me know what you think about this video right there in the comment section. Don't forget to give the video a like. Stay blessed and see you on the next video.